Game show.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very special holiday wish from all of us here at 2K Sports.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson and Shaq and Kenny.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, it's
Shaka Claus.
What a festive day it is. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Not a lot to complain about for this Spurs team right now. It's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. From all of us here at 2K, Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho.
Nowhere I would rather be on this day than here with you guys.
I got a couple other places, but this is not bad either.
You know
I got a couple other places,
Ernie?
got a couple other guys.
You know what I got for Christmas
people.
this morning?
What'd you get?
Not a dang thing.
No? No
Santa,
gifts?
I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't get gifts.
Oh. Well, it sure is great to be here and be watching NBA hoop, isn't it, fellas?
It is, buddy. It sure is.
Well, I appreciate the helicopter, Santa, that you got me today.
That wasn't Santa. That was me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Well, I think the game's just about ready to start. So what do you say we go to Kevin Harlan?
Yeah.
Good idea.
I
Kev.
didn't buy that for you. You got to return it.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. They're getting their first look at the season at San Antonio in this one. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Pau Gasol is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. Now here's Nene. Harden. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden 3rd overall, and there was some second guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreek Evans, Kevin, taking the pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract. But it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
And, guys, when you talk to other players on the Rockets, James Harden more and more becoming a vocal leader. I mean, tremendous confidence and swagger and determination, but that confidence can be contagious, and it's allowing him now to be a leader on this team.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Timberwolves at Target Center.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that went, I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer. Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Parker against Beverly. There's the screen. Now the feed to Harden. Harden draws the double. Nene has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Parker's shot is off.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
That drops.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Pass to Aldridge. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Green against Harden. Anderson a screen on Green. Harden dishes to Anderson. Can't convert after the good screen.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Houston in the lead. Harden outside. Nene, the screen. Harden kicks to Beverly. Inside, and stolen by Aldridge. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And Leonard gets it to go.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Harden. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Now here's Green. Nene unable to get his shot to go. Green, the pass to Aldridge. From the baseline. And the shot is good. Aldridge has got 6. Here is Harden. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. The Rockets again can't hit.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Leonard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over. And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Parker against Harden. Another miss by Harden. Here's San Antonio. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Parker against Beverly. It's Parker with the drive.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
At the line for the Rockets, Tony Parker. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Parker. And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Beverly dishes to Anderson. Feeds it to Harden. Here's Beverly. Another miss by Houston.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. So Leonard will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in 07. Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
answers.
Harden draws the double. A three from Anderson. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
It's Parker with the drive. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Parker. James Harden picking up that last basket. Parker kicks to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Green. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and Montiunas subbed in for Ryan Anderson. And San Antonio also making a switch. Duncan's checked in. So he gets them both.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line.
And Duncan gets it to go in.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now, here is Harden. 8 points for him. Ariza has the open look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Ariza's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And, you know, for the Rockets, acquiring James Harden might be the trade of the decade. You look at what they gave up, and it's hard to argue that they didn't win that transaction in a big way.
Here's Beverly following the score by Tony Parker. Montiunas, that's a screen for Beverly. Kicks to Montiunas. Launches it. Tim Duncan with the rebound. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Ariza against Leonard. Down low, tipped away, and stolen by Ariza. Beverly against Parker. There's a screen by Montiunas. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
San Antonio with the ball after the Rockets pick up 3. Here's Aldridge. He kicks to Leonard. Tries again. The shot is off. And Houston the other way now. Beverly with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Ariza with the bucket.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
these past few weeks, you can see how San Antonio stacks up. First in assists, first in opponent field goal shooting, and they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively, playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for James Harden. Again, the miss by the Spurs. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
Leonard, it's rebounded by Houston. Now Beverly. There's a screen by Motiejunas. Smith with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Smith missing again.
You know, for the Spurs playing up-tempo, I mean, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Beverly, the pass to Gordon. Smith outside, puts up a three, and the rebound goes to Duncan.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Now here is Martin, looking for his first basket still in this one.
And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year in distance travel as a team. Their players would cover almost 18 miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement, but more importantly, body movement.
Here's Ginobili following the basket by Motiejunas. In the corner, it's Martin. No good on the triple. Rockets trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
That's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And here's Martin following Motiejunas' steal. Pass to Beverly. On the wing, Eric Gordon. The dish to Smith. Poked loose. Kevin Martin on the wing. Outside Leonard. And Mills kicks to Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Gordon outside. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They're up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance now to hear from the Brazilian big man, Nene, about the development of this Wizards team.
We changed our style, the way we think about basketball. You know, we start playing together, and our talent too. You know, we're very capable, very talented to do a special thing, and that's the right direction.
With Nene in the mix, that team is indeed capable and talented and can do some very special things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's in a supporting role, and when he steps up in a big way, he gives them an X factor.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backboard.
And it's been gang rebounded. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
They've got Nene, Terrence Jones out there with Anderson. And there's Gordon, and it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, for Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him, because I enjoy watching him play.
And that one falls for Jones.
And I tell you what, the Rockets are happy to have Terrence Jones back and healthy. They tried to acquire Bosh last season, looked like they had it, but make no mistake, Jones was always going to be a player not only with tremendous potential, but someone that they view as a valuable commodity on that roster.
No good on the second free throw.
And guys, Terrence Jones, good numbers as far as blocks and rebounding and scoring around the rim. He's also shown potential as far as playing on the perimeter. The Rockets hope he can fill that spread 4 role for them moving forward. And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound, just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
It's tipped. And the shot's good from Nene. Nene's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Parker against Gordon. Parker outside. Ring shot on the way. Cannot hit. And the Rockets take it the other way. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Parker after the Rockets pick up 3.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Harden kicks to Anderson. Gordon against Parker. Gordon with the screen for Ariza. From deep, Harden, and he gets it to go. Harden's got 11 points.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have event of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season, 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Houston. And he's good on the second. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
A nice shot by Aldridge.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
And that one's good. 13 points for James Harden.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Gasol, a screen on Gordon. And Parker, here we go. And that one comes up a bit short.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
And the basket by Gordon.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
From the line. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Parker.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
There's a screen by Monty Eunice. And it's Ariza in the corner. Releases. San Antonio with the rebound. Parker right side. Outside Green. Gasol kicks to Simmons. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Parker with a clean look. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Parker's got 10 points. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Dishes it to Gordon. Gasol with the steal. Parker against Gordon. Here's Simmons. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
From past the arc. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers on Pau Gasol. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Sure, you know, most guys would be satisfied with that stat line, but he's built for more.
Harden's shot is off. The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Simmons dishes to Gasol. It's Parker with the drive. Green inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Gordon. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Leonard's checked in. Houston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. There's the screen, and there's the pass to Ariza. Harden against Green. Harden draws the double. Monty Eunice, a screen on Parker. Just 5 on the clock. Ariza with the buckets.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And look now statistically over the last month for the Rockets. Second in fewest turnovers per game. 10th in scoring. And they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby. Room for improvement, but acceptable.
And you got to love how well they safeguard their offensive possessions. You see the ranking, second fewest turnovers committed. Terrific ball handling and smart passing.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after it.
First free throw is good.
And with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
He hits both from the stripe.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Monty Eunice, he had dropped for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Gasol, a screen on Beverly. Parker outside. Parker double-teamed. Pass to Green. Leonard on the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Leonard's got 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Parker against Beverly. And there's the 3-second violation. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can, and this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. James Harden, number 1.
And a two-guard who's as prolific a rebounder as he is a rare breed in the NBA. You usually don't expect it from an off guard, but he's a big contributor on the glass.
And it's not just the athleticism, Greg, but it's his knack for playing in the post. He understands angles and how to get position down there. I mean, he really looks comfortable in the paint. As a matter of fact, he looks as comfortable in the paint as he does on the perimeter.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Outside Gasol. Parker against Harden. It's Parker with the drive. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on James Harden. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
And with Pau, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Smith checked in for Trevor Ariza. Then for the Spurs, Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Gasol. Ginobili comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Daniel Green. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And a final point, guys, with Pau's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
And Mills kicks to Parker. It's good. This game is all even. Parker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Here's Smith, following the score by Tony Parker. Nice shot by Smith.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
No good from Ginobili.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Moniunas. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Jones checked in for Capella. And San Antonio with the change here too. Kevin Martin is checked in for Tony Parker.
One shot. One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good. The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22-19, still not too bad.
Duncan with the bucket.
Assist goes to
1:58 left here in the second. Here's Beverly. He dishes it to Smith. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And now let's get a look at the numbers for Harden. He's been dominant over the last month, putting up 26 points per, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
Now here's Ginobili. A 14-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. Houston in the lead. Jones kicks to Beverly. He feeds it to Smith. Pass to Beverly. Corner shot. Harden's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ginobili the pass to Leonard. Count the bucket. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now here's Beverly. And that one's good. 15 points for James Harden.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. Houston making a switch here. Nene's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Now here's Ginobili. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Rockets leading by 3. Now here's Gordon. Last game he had 12. Drops it in from 11 feet. Gordon's got 6.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. With 1 on the clock, can't get it to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Rockets lead by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Tony Parker. And Tony, a lot of tough play out there in that first half. How would you describe this game so far?
A lot of intensity, very physical. We're playing pretty well, but I'm not very happy the way we finished the first half. We had a good lead, and they came back on us, so in the second half we have to do it again.
Tony, thank you so much. Kevin, a guy who's never satisfied.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets? Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they faced an all-out aerial assault, bombs everywhere. But they're still in position to win this game. But they were bombed from deep all half long, Ernie. They need to revamp the perimeter approach on defense. They don't need to take everything away, but they got to make it harder.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
We've seen James Harden playing a good game here. 15 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Spurs trail by 5. On the court right now for the Spurs, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's Leonard. Aldridge a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist from Leonard. That's now 8 points for Pau Gasol.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Nene, the screen. Harden dishes to Nene. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Beverly. Double team on Parker. Deflects the pass. And here's Green outside. And the basket good. Green's got 5.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Harden kicks to Nene. 11 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Harden. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Parker outside, and there's the feed to Green. Green missing again.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Beverly the pass to Anderson. Nene the screen. Harden draws the double. Reverses. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. They set the pick. It's Ariza on the wing. Parker against Beverly. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. A chance to check out the shooting guards across the NBA that have averaged the highest number of assists over the last month. James Harden is second.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
How about Tony Parker? He's been getting it done. He has 15 points and 8 dimes.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
He's off on the second.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
And here's Anderson for 3. A rebound by Gasol. Spurs trail by 3. Parker dishes to Green. Outside Gasol. And Leonard has it in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Shot from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Leonard's got 14. And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He told Nene that he wants their offense to run through him. coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Beverly. He's got 6. Feeds to Anderson. Misses off the right iron.
And you look at the Spurs and how they avoid losing streaks. I mean, most teams losing 4 in a row wouldn't be such a big deal. It's only a big deal for the Spurs because they're so consistent year in and year out. A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in.
And guys, for the Spurs, a big reason they rarely go on losing streaks is that they have no bad matchups. One of only 3 teams in the NBA last year to defeat every other NBA team. Winning for this group is just second nature.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 17. Kicks it to Anderson from 18 feet away. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league. Kawhi Leonard's number. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 7th in steals and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And talk about highway robbery. I mean, jumping the passing lanes, snatching away your dribble. He'll take it from you.
Here's Green. He's got 5. Aldridge a screen. Parker double teamed. Leonard against Ariza. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the 3rd fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
And the first one drops. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. Harden hits them both.
And, you know, for Houston's wins at home, a lot of it had to do with their three-point shooting. I mean, they shot an average of 35% from behind the arc at home, but kept their opponents to under 30% on the year in Houston.
Now here's Gasol. 8 points for him. Fires from 14. They get it back. Aldridge, the pass to Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Parker. Second shot opportunity, and Pau Gasol the bucket on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And guys, this is what makes Houston so good and why they've been so good for so long. In the last 31 seasons, they've only had 2 losing seasons. Only team in the league to do that.
Now here's Parker. 15 points in the game. Upside Gasol. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Rockets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Parker with the steal. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Misses the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Rejected by Gasol. Parker kicks to Gasol. Outside Leonard. And Green now, top of the key. And it comes off the front of the rim. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Beverly, and here's Anderson from the arc. And that one's good. Anderson's got 10 points in the game.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Parker dishes to Green. He kicks it to Gasol. Aldridge down low. Ariza covering. Harden the pass to Beverly. The dish to Ariza. Jumper off the screen. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Parker. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
2 shots. Blue shots.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Now, here is Smith. Eric Gordon on the wing. They set the pick. And the 3-ball is good. Gordon's got 9.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Parker against Beverly. Duncan. And Jones sends it back. Smith on the wing. Pass to Gordon. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been draining everything they've put up this month. The Spurs second.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
To the right side. Screen by Duncan. Back to Parker. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field. Here's Beverly. He's got 6. And he jams it with authority.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Now here's Parker. He's got 18. Here's Duncan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Terrence Jones.
And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-doubles.
With Duncan in the double-doubles record, it says so much about just how he has delivered on the floor part for so long.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, double-doubles didn't get recorded until fairly recently. Don't let that take away from what Duncan has accomplished. He's one of the all-time greats.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. Kevin Martin is checked in for San Antonio. And Duncan drops them both.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Gordon kicks to Beverly. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. And it's Martin missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Well, Greg was just talking about the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Buck, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
He hits the second from the line.
And for Terrence Jones, there's a quiet excitement surrounding him in personnel circles. Last season, he was a much better rim protector, way up in blocks, and his three-point percentage was up as well. So those are the kinds of year-3 improvements that talent evaluators are always looking for, especially when you come into the league as an underclassman.
Jones sets the pick for Beverly. Jones drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Very well-executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And here is Ginobili. No good. Gordon with the defensive effort. Looking at Terrence Jones, he really has that complete game. His ability to make a play at the rim, hit 35% of his threes. He's a multi-dimensional threat. Long player, well-schooled, falls in line, I think, very well with any good team. In this particular case, with one of the playoff teams in the West.
Yeah, he's one of the more efficient players in the league, over 53% his first 3 seasons. So defenses might want to choose to ignore somebody else.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Manu Ginobili and the basket by Gordon.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Almost intimidating defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Here's Duncan. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Duncan's got 6 here in this quarter.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Gordon dishes to Beverly. There's a screen by Monty Eunice. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And the shot is long.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And here's Mills from the arc. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And now just a 3-point Houston lead. Jones sets the pick for Beverly. Dishes it to Jones. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Mills can't hit. Houston leading by 3. Smith the pass to Gordon. Down low. Monty Eunice's shot is good. Monty Eunice has got 11.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets ahead. They lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Harden with it. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Nene is out there with Anderson. And it's Gordon in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Spurs trail by 5. Parker with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Duncan against Ariza. From the low block. Outside for Gasol. Left side Leonard. Duncan with a screen on Anderson. Leonard attacking. Harden with the defensive effort.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night. Gordon against Parker. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Gordon. Harden sets the pick for Gordon. There's the pass to Harden. That's tipped. Parker with the steal. Here's Leonard. Finished off the break. Leonard's got 19 points.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Gasol setting the pick for Parker. To the paint, stolen by Anderson. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That pushes it to double digits. 10 points for Nene.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Duncan, rejected by Anderson. Harden left side. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Harden no good on the free throw.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the 2nd spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6th going into the final games.
Drops in the breakaway layup. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. The 3 from Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 8th assist in the game. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in 2nd in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Gasol, a screen on Gordon. Inside, off the screen, and Gasol slams it in.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Parker up top, defended by Gordon. Parker kicks to Leonard. Spurs working the ball around now. That's good. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Gordon against Parker. Baseline J on the way. Harden can't hit.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
And here's Green outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Gordon with it. He's picked up by Parker. Gordon kicks to Harden. Passes it to Anderson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Anderson. 16 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, you know, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Shooting for Houston, Ryan Anderson. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Both free throws good from Anderson. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Nene. With a step back. Parker's shot is off. Houston leading by 13. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. The shot's good from Gasol.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Outside Gordon. Now Harden. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Paul Gasol. Rockets are known for their offensive prowess, and rightly so, Clark. It's not just the barrage of threes that do teams in. They get to the free throw line.
Well, they've got a group of guys that understand how to create and sell contact. They were second in the league in free throws.
And make no mistake about it with the Rockets. They know the value of the free throw. As a team, they went 45-8 last season whenever any player on their team took 8 or more free throws in a game.
He doesn't get the second one.
And we know the Rockets are a stat-driven team. I mean, the most efficient shots are threes, layups, and free throws. And that is why Houston is so dedicated to getting to the line, taking threes, and trying to get to the rim.
Parker dishes to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Double team on Parker. Leonard with no one around. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Ariza outside, takes the three, and good on the basket. Hook it. Ariza's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Rockets.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Parker against Gordon, and here's Leonard from three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's now 24 points for Kawhi Leonard. Harden outside. Nene the screen. They set the pick. Ariza with another miss.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
It's Parker with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Parker's got 22.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Gordon kicks to Anderson.
Spurs foul. Tim Duncan. That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Rockets, Ryan Anderson. 2 shots.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And that one misses. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Gordon. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Good on the second free throw.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Green, the screen. On the wing, Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And so here is Houston. They led by as many as 18 points. Harden kicks to Anderson. Back to Harden. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Pass to Gasol. He dishes it to Leonard. Over in the corner, Green. Clock at 6. Aldridge. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now the feed to Harden. Parker against Beverly. They set the screen. Kicks to Anderson. They get the rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And that's 12 points for Nene.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Parker outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Off the pick. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Parker outside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He's got 12 rebounds and 1 steal. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
Shoots from the right block. Harden, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there. It made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
He feeds it to Beverly. Anderson, a screen on Parker. Here's Beverly. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
All right, Houston, coming on the court are your own Rockets power dancers. Give it up!
Parker outside. Parker double teamed. Shot on the wing. Aldridge misses. Rockets leading by 10. Harden with it. Leonard picks him up. Beverly the pass to Harden. Harden draws the double. Beverly dishes to Anderson.
That's his fifth personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Ryan Anderson. Taking 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second free throw, good. 1:27 left in the fourth. Parker outside. Feeds it to Aldridge. To the inside, Gasol. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. 16 points for Pau Gasol. We've got 1:13 left in the game. Now the dish to Ariza. Here's Beverly. Harden Harden outside, just 4 to shoot. Nene kicks to Harden. The 15-footer, rebounded by the Spurs.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
The Rockets with another miss. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The open shot, Green. The rebound by Harden. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Harden's got 30 points.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall, and came with the victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this guy. Wow. You get jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.